UPSC mains results are out. Congratulations for the candidates who cleared the mains examination. If your interview is in the first phase, you have to prepare only for the personality test full-fledged. But if your interview is after 2 to 3 months, or if it is the last phase, as you have more time, you should not waste your entire time preparing for the personality test. You have to combine the preparation for personality test with the next year's prelims and mains, so that even if you do not get the rank that you deserve, even if you do not get the service that you like, you will have very less time after the final results. You will have very less time after the final results to prepare for the next attempts. That's why you have to prepare right now only for the next attempts along with the personality test. If your interview is after 2 or 3 months or in the last phase of the personality test schedule. Now for the candidates who could not clear the mains examination, friends, my advice is that if you are thinking of giving next attempt, it's better you fail in the mains only, because you might have failed in the mains by 5, 10, 15, 20 marks. Let us say you cleared the mains with 1 mark more than cutoff, you cleared the mains. What is the point? Though you go to the interview, finally you will not get any service. Also, you will not get enough time for the next attempts. But if you fail in the mains, it means you are not strong enough. So now you have enough time to prepare for next attempts. You focus on the mains for next time. Next time you have to clear the mains with almost like 50 to 60 marks more than the cutoff. 50 to 60 marks more than the cutoff. Only then you get a good service. Now, coming to the candidates who cleared the mains examination, friends, in the next few weeks or months, we will discuss what you have to prepare, what you have to prepare, and how you have to prepare. Now, first coming to what, I would be classifying that what into 4 categories. First is DAF2, Data Application Form 2. Second, current affairs. Third, optional. Fourth is case studies in ethical dilemmas. First one, DAF2. In the detailed application form, you have to mention your hobbies, interests, sports you're interested in, sports you played, awards, medals, scholarships, leadership leadership roles you played, or past job experience, or your academics, school, college, subjects you studied, about your parental background, village, city, town, state, everything. Now friends, what happens is questions will come on all these things. So you have to start preparing on all these things. So what kind of questions come on this? For that, my advice is you go through the interview transcripts of rankers or into transcripts of those who attended the interview, of at least last 3 to 4 years, so that you'll get an idea of what kind of questions are coming on DAF. So that based on that, you can prepare a chain of questions on your DAF. On your DAF, what are the possible questions that can come based on transcripts? So prepare all possible questions and brainstorm and prepare all possible answers. This will help you revise very quickly just before you go to interview. In the last 3-4 days of your personal test, you can revise these notes. It will really help you. It really helps you a lot. I have seen many students who are not doing it are really feeling very underconfident in the last few days before the interview. Now coming to the second point, current affairs. Friends, current affairs for mains is different, prelims is different, interview is different. Interview, mostly current affairs are opinion based. So my suggestion is, if any important happenings are there in the last 1 year, instead of reading just the newspaper, read any magazine. A magazine in which they give the issue as a cover story. In a magazine where the issue is covered in 10 to 20 pages. So that you can get strong opinion on such happenings. Also, don't neglect the important facts, because some interview board members, they intentionally ask only facts on current affairs. You may even think you may sometimes get confused, are they testing you in the prelims exam or interview? That's how the questions are sometimes. So you should also revise important facts of current affairs along with the opinions. Now friends, whether to make notes on current affairs, my advice is not required. If you think that there are some 100 issues which are very important issues, on the 100 issues, on each issue, you can write down important opinions, 3 to 4 opinions you can write, that's all. But don't try to make detailed notes of all current affairs. So DF, current affairs. Third is, the ethical dilemmas, case studies. Questions can actually come on whom do you think are more important for India, bureaucrats or politicians? What helps in development of economy? Is it capitalism or socialism? The questions, or they'll use some cases, ethical dilemma. These things, there is no particular source to prepare from. Only thing is, go through last 4 years of interview transcripts, pick out all such case study questions that are asked, because most of the interview board members, UPSC members, some of them are still continuing. So same questions may actually, same and similar questions may actually continue. So pick out all such questions and sit with your friends, discuss with them all possible answers for such questions. The third thing. Fourth is optional. Friends, optional, no need to revise entire optional. Of course, if you revise it, it will definitely help you for the next attempt. However, optional, generally, few aspects of the optional which you think are related to current affairs, related to India, or few aspects which are opinion based. Such parts of the optional you may have to prepare, because there are chances of some board members, some panel members, interview panel members, there is chance of asking such questions also. So the four categories: DF, current affairs, optional, and case-based dilemmas. This is what I call as what to prepare. Now, how to prepare? In how to prepare, friends, I would say first is, if you think you are poor in communication, poor in English language, you sit down with your friends, general friends, and have long discussions for next few weeks or months, whatever. Have long discussions, only in English. The first thing. Second thing, if you think you are not very good at generating opinions, brainstorming, generating multiple points on any aspect, then sit in group discussions or debates with a peer group, candidates who cleared the interview or candidates who might not have cleared but who are very strong in these things. Sit with them, daily have a group discussion or debate on important current affairs topics, so that you will be able to confidently tell your points, and also you will be able to understand the opinions of others. If there are some good points raised by others, you can pick them up, and you can keep them in your notebook. That's the second thing. Third thing, friends, if you want to do self-assessment, sit down. For example, right now I sat in front of camera, I'm talking. Like that, you sit down, prepare some questions, and answer those questions in front of camera, in phone, record them, and see your own performance in the video. Record your own video and see it, so that you will understand how you are explaining your facial expressions or hand movement, whatever. So if there are some things which you don't like in yourself, try to change them. This third thing. So long interaction with friends, group discussions, recording your own answers. These three things one side. Generally, these three things are not required to the candidates who are naturally good in communication, who are good in brainstorming, who naturally in their lifestyle they have good interaction with many other aspirants or peer group. Now, there are three things. The remaining two things which I would really focus on: one is the panel mocks, second is one-to-one mocks. Panel mock means, generally at Sarat Chandra IAS Academy also we conduct panel mock interviews wherein we call senior IAS officers, senior IPS officers, senior IRS officers. The reason is IAS, IPS, IRS, they come from different background, different experience. They ask different kind of questions. So in such means a five-member panel board is there. Not only Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, almost several IAS institutes actually conduct mock interviews with stalwarts of among the bureaucrats. So you can make use of any of them. But my advice is, don't go to too many mock interviews, because in a mock interview, they will be able to see you only for 30 minutes or 25 minutes. In 25 minutes, they'll judge you and they'll try to give you feedback. And if you take multiple feedbacks at multiple places, what happens? You'll get confused, because most of the feedbacks will be contradicting to each other. You never know which one is best. Hence, my suggestion is, go to 4 or 5, maximum 4 or 5 panel mocks. One in the beginning, one in between, two at the end before going to interview. 4 panel mocks are enough. But one-to-ones, I would focus more. Even that's what I do more also. To all the candidates who approach me for the interview preparation, I spend more time in one-to-ones. The reason is, in one-to-ones, what I do is, with each candidate, I generally have some 5 to 6 one-to-ones. One one-to-one is on DAF. Within DAF also, I'll divide maybe one-to-one on hobbies, interests, awards, prizes, and another one-to-one parallel background, academic background, your job profile, your city, district, village, state, such. Third one-to-one will be on the current affairs. Fourth one-to-one will be on the opinion-based questions, dilemma-based questions, like that. Fifth one will be again comprehensive, completely on all aspects of a DAF, current affairs, optional, everything. Like that, I have 5 one-to-ones. So in each one-to-one, I will spend more than 1 hour. Generally, in the mock interviews, panel mock interviews, we should not do for more than half an hour, because real UPSC PT is also not more than half an hour. General, not more than half an hour. To simulate that, we spend only 30 minutes. But in the one-to-one, I can have long discussions. I can ask all possible questions. I can explore all possible areas that can come in your interview. So also, I will have better focus, because on one-to-one, I can cleanly observe your communication, confidence, the length of your answers, the depth of your answers, the multidimensionality of your answers. Are you honest or not? Do you have originality, original thinking? And then are you manipulating? All this I can understand over 4 to 5 one-to-ones. Also, that is from my side, I can give feedback, because I cannot give feedback within 30 minutes. I can give feedback, but that may not be comprehensive. But if I have 5 one-to-ones, 1 hour each, almost 5 hours. One-to-one this week, next one-to-one after 2 or 3. I mean, after 2 or 3 weeks, again one-to-one after 2 weeks. Like that, if you do, I'll be giving feedback, you can work on the feedback, come back. Again, I give feedback, you can work on the feedback and come back. That would be productive for both me as well as you, because I can give better feedback because I'm observing you constantly. Also, see, my feedback is based on the interviews I have done in the past 7 years, one-to-ones, as some of my students who got high marks in interview, average marks in interview. So I will have a fair idea of what kind of answers, what kind of candidates are getting better marks. So this feedback, you can take it, and based on that you can build up before you come to the next mock interview. So like that we'll do one-to-ones. And friends, so this is how to prepare. So I told you what to prepare, and I told you how to prepare. So make use of this. And even at our academy, one-to-ones are there with me personally. Then we have panel mocks with very good bureaucrats, senior bureaucrats. And then we have group discussions and debates for the candidates who think that they are not very strong in the brainstorming. So all these things are there. You can click on the link given in the description below this video description. We have given a link. Click on the link and you can register for our mock interviews. Mock interviews, one-to-ones you can register, panel mocks you can register, group discussions and debates you can register. You can register in the link below. So make use of this. Prepare well, friends. All the best. Do well.